First one,
Welcome everyone to the zoning
Furnace-
board of January
Hold on, yeah.
24th, 2023. My name is Marty Akins, I'm the chairman, the vice chairman, Mr. Radell, Mr. Himmel, Mr. Chin, Mr. O'Brien, board members. Behind us, the acting head of the DPW, the commissioners, it's his replacement, Mr. Cohen, and our clerk, I want to say Miss Murphy, I did it again.
Miss Noonan.
20 years, Miss Noonan.
Cap, we'll get it one of these.
We'll get it one of these days, yeah.
I called you Noreen and when I chaired Marty, so.
There you go. You got stuff in your brain. Let's look at old business SDR 2212. No, that's not it.
No, 2285 first.
2285.
ZBA.
ZBA 2285. I have a letter here to move this until February 21st. If we could put this the last time, they've already moved it twice.
Mr. Chairman, ZBA 2285, Robert Verniers for a variance finding to demolish the existing structures on multiple properties and construct a 46-unit residential building on the premise number 1234, 1244 Furnace Brook Parkway and 211, 217 Copeland Street, Quincy. I make a motion to move to 221.
Second.
On the motion, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. Let me call case number STR 2212. Are they here? Is anyone here?
you see the street.
Is that for High Street?
Yeah.
I don't know, we're neighbors and we have some letters opposing
All
it.
right, here's what we're gonna do here. No one's here. We're gonna just withdraw it
I
without.
just saw the guy outside. He was
Well,
here.
You should be in here.
Because my lawyer, she late, so I don't know. So I wait my lawyer to come here to draw.
She wrote me a letter to continue it.
Huh?
She wrote me a letter, either continue it, withdraw it, or do away.
No, she will be here.
I'm
She
telling you
will
the
be
letter
with me.
that I
Yeah,
have.
she will
I
be
have a
with me.
letter in my hand asking her to we can either move it or withdraw it.
Yes,
That's what she asked for. So
yeah,
what I'm gonna do is make a motion to withdraw it. Have a
yeah. I'm
motion
waiting for her. I'm waiting.
without prejudice.
I don't know, maybe she from Boston, from here.
Well, she should be here.
She should be here.
SCR 22-12, Jen Lau for a variance to operate a short-term rental on the premise number 3335 High Street, Quincy. I make a motion to withdraw without prejudice.
Second.
On the motion, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So
Aye.
moved.
I'm
That means
opposed.
they have to change this significantly to bring it back.
Marty?
Yeah.
I just want to go on the record and say, it sounds like the applicant has some confusion in her mind as to whether the attorney is going to show up tonight. And you have a letter that says the attorney is not going to show
I have a
up?
letter from the attorney right here, requesting 3335
So I suggest.
Rich Maylaw, right?
I make a suggestion, unless there are a lot of people here in opposition that are going to have to wait.
No, they're not gonna wait, it's dismissed. We
All right.
withdrew it, it's gone.
So I just oppose I oppose the motion.
Okay, so they have to come back, refile, and it has to be a different than what they have on here now. So, and that'll be the end of that for now.
New business.
Further, so if anyone's here for that, they're not gonna be heard, nothing's gonna be heard, the case dismissed.
Okay.
All right? You're welcome. Further on the new business, ZBA 22101, Brian LaRoche for variance, special permit floodplain to extend the existing single-family home horizontally and vertically, making it 3 stories to meet the floodplain requirements on the premise number 67 Edgewater Drive. So LaRoche, you're up. That's the one you want to-
Hey, Mr. Chairman, members of the board, my name is Brian LaRoche, 67 Mears Ave, here on behalf of my clients who are the owners of 67 Edgewater Drive. They're looking to build a 3-story addition to their home to the rear and side. This lot is a corner lot, so it's fronts both on Edgewater Drive and on Turner Street. They would like to use the horizontal and vertical extension provisions in the zoning to be able to extend this addition. It will require a variance to the side yard setback at the Turner Street side here. The requirement is 13 feet. They're proposing 12.1 feet for setback, so that does require a variance. And then, because we are in floodplain, we also need to get a special permit for constructing in the floodplain. The addition is designed to be flood compliant. The lower level is just a garage storage space with flood vents. There's nothing down there that's occupiable or habitable. And then the other variance is the number of parking spaces. Because the addition is going to add 2 more bedrooms to the property, there'll be a total of 5 bedrooms, which would require 5 parking spaces. In the current plan, we can accommodate 2 surface parking spaces in front of the garage. But the garage is fairly small, so it can really only accommodate small vehicles. I mean, the interior dimension's even less than 18 feet. So the reality is they'll be parking on the surface and using the garage more as a storage space. So the current square footage of the property right now is at 1,600 square feet. And this addition will bring the total square footage to 2,291 square feet. So a fairly modest sized home for the area. This allows the family to stay in the neighborhood. Their family's growing. She's expecting another child. So right now they're at full capacity, so they need the other bedroom for the expecting child.
Did you talk to the neighbor on the short side there, 12-foot 1 inch?
Yes, our client did speak to the neighbor to the rear, and they're in favor of the project.
And did you talk to him about going any closer to maybe get a garage that works?
We didn't. My client is here. I can certainly ask. I know
No,
that.
I'm just asking if you did.
Yeah.
And you're telling me you still can get 1 car in there, correct?
Yeah. I mean, by the
Well, no,
zoning,
I
it's
don't want
supposed
to
to
see a
be.
garage there, not a car taken off the street, because it's tough enough down there plowing around there as it is.
Right.
And if you're gonna have 5 bedrooms, you're gonna have 3 cars at least, so.
Yeah.
I mean,
We certainly could make it a little bit bigger. I mean, a stall space should be 18 feet deep, so we would have to make it slightly deeper. And then, the width is not a problem. We have a 16-foot door, so we can fit 2 cars in the width. It's really the depth of the garage. It's just a little bit tight.
well, how come you didn't bring it out to the end of the house?
There's electric panel in the electric service that was new. They just renovated the house recently.
I know, but you can move that really easy enough for a couple grand, and you get 2 parking spaces that are under,
Yeah,
and it's off the street.
okay, well, I'm happy to.
Yeah, if you
We can certainly make it a little bit bigger. If we were to make it a foot bigger, that would be all that they would need to get a full car in there comfortably, because that would get you the 18 feet clear on the interior.
Then you get 1 car in there?
Now, you can get 2 side by side,
2.
2. You just need a little bit more depth. As a compact car would fit in there as it's designed. But if you were to go by the zoning and you go by the stall dimensions in the zoning, you would need 18 feet deep.
Just saying, if you're building a garage, why not get the cars off the street, especially that many bedrooms? And make it, there's a lot of neighbors down there, and a lot of them do park on the street.
Right.
Up a little higher, there's no parking up, they don't have the driveways aren't even usable.
Yeah, we do have enough room on the driveway side, so even if we moved the addition a little bit closer towards Turner, we still would be able to accommodate. Sure.
All right. So you can move that, say 18 inches without interrupting electric, or you still got it? All right. Those are the questions I had, I just want to make sure. I saw 1 car in there, I was wondering why. All right.
So you're saying go on.
We'll have to do a
No, just go out.
Just go out towards the street.
Yeah, just go out towards the street,
Yeah,
yeah.
we'll have to reconfigure the deck stairs to make sure it's clear, but that's
Yeah.
easy to do.
Okay.
And then it'll just, use it, you might as well use it.
Might as well use it.
I mean, in winter time down there, I wish I had a garage.
I'm with you, brother.
I'm gonna use your dad's garage.
Right.
I have no
Any
questions.
questions?
I have no question.
No questions.
I'm good, thank you.
You can have a seat.
Thank you.
Is there anyone that want to speak in favor? Please step forward. All right, stay there, I'll get to you. Anyone else want to speak in favor? First call?
I guess
Second.
I'll speak in favor. It is, my house ready to come up?
Yep.
Just stay here.
No, come on up. Name and address for the record.
Wait a minute.
Huh? Oh, geez, I'm sorry. Could everyone, please, if you're gonna speak tonight, raise your right hand, take an oath. Everyone,
stand up if you
if
wanna
you
speak.
think you might speak tonight, please take an oath or you can't speak. If you don't take an oath, you cannot speak tonight. If you think you might speak, take an oath, it's not gonna hurt nobody.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in the matter now in hearing?
Yes.
Thank you, you may be seated.
Just a couple of things I want to mention
Name and
is,
address for the record.
one of the vehicles that I do have is a.
Name and address for the record.
Jessica Callahan, 67 Edgewater Drive,
Yeah.
Quincy.
Go ahead.
So one of the vehicles that I do have is a compact car, so that would fit
Right.
inside, and then there'd be two vehicles that could still fit in the driveway. And for the bedroom's sake, I mean, obviously, 20 years from now it matters, but there's 5 kids under 8. So
No, I
it's-
know now,
yeah.
but then you're gonna have kids.
In the future.
Whoever down the road's gonna.
But
if
it would
we
be
could-
getting one vehicle off the street is all I want to mention, a work vehicle.
Yeah, but if you could get, if another foot, you can get.
Yeah, no, I
another
agree. I
car.
think I can do the foot without even moving the electrical, so that would work. Okay,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Thanks, Jeff. Anyone else want to speak in favor? Second call, third call. Correspondence? We reviewed the submittal for the above referenced project and have no comments. Is there anyone opposed or undecided? Ma'am? You step forward, state your name and address for the record.
Good evening, councilors. My name is Helen Flaherty. This is my husband, John Flaherty.
How are you?
Good.
We reside at 130 Turner Street, corner of Edgewater Drive, across the street,
Yeah,
right
Next to
across the
Jess.
street from the beach. We moved here 37 years ago to raise a family and feel privileged to call it home. The property of 67 Edgewater Drive sold 2 years ago to our new neighbors, and we are the abutters. The owner rebuilt the property expressing desire to raise the roof 41 feet high, providing an additional 12 and a half feet of living, storage, and attic space, which we approved. Also mentioned that they would like to add a yard shed that would inhibit our view once the house was complete. After receiving this special permit variance notice, case number ZBA 22101, and viewing the building plans, did we realize this was a request for a full-blown addition, not a freestanding garage as we had previously assumed.
I'm gonna lose water view.
We were shocked at the massive scope, scale, and height of this project, squeezed 2 feet from property lines. We oppose this as it directly and negatively and will permanently impact the value, view, visual daylight, and entire integrity of our house neck home. We don't have an unobstructed ocean view. What little we do have is long-loved and don't want to lose. We assumed it was a garage, and it's a first, second story addition, and it's so close to the house that we're not gonna be able to even see part of the sea, where we're gonna be looking at shingles all day, covering all 4 of our windows on the right-hand side of the house, where we get daylight all day long, the lights of our house. We happen to live, the opposing house is just as high.
Show them that.
I have a couple of photos, because I do want to show you
Sure.
the opposing house, because we're gonna be really squeezed in there.
right here.
Just, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's the house for a while.
12-1.
No, I mean, they're on.
Oh, 12? Probably about 6. Between this and this is it. This is her, this is his here. He's probably a foot walk.
The majority of our living space and cooking space is right there on the right-hand side of our house, facing the water.
But you'd be able to look there and there again, like you did before, right?
I'd be able to what?
Look both sides like you did before.
No. The depth of that's both sides, the left and right, gone. That's why we were kind of shocked. And living beside that other house, which is tall, which is probably, I don't know, the height of the roof, maybe 39, 38 inches tall. It's tall, but it's all, we're looking at her shingles, and that covers the whole, all 4 windows.
You know, and as tough as it is, you didn't buy the view, so you can't guarantee a view. That's the worst thing that can happen for, it happened to me. I live in the top of the hill,
Right,
single-family house right in front of me. I
yeah,
tried to buy the whole lot. I wanted the lot just to keep it open, a small lot.
right.
2.5 stories with a 10-foot basement. I'm looking at a wall,
Right,
all Pettit Iron, gone.
yeah. I mean, our heater goes
And I
on.
had to approve it because I don't own the water heater. Sad
Right,
as it is.
right, I understand that,
It stinks.
yeah.
You know, we don't have these rules in our state here. A lot of
Right.
laws
No,
like
not-
that are written, that
Right.
you
No,
can't impede their views.
I know
You
what- I'm
can't
not-
do this. I know.
I don't own the water, but I'm just saying,
I
the
know.
want, the sunlight. Our heater goes on at 3 o'clock in the afternoon because of the other house on the right-hand side.
Well, I mean, it sets in the west,
We
so
lose
it's
the
setting
sun.
on the other side. It's
Right,
going past the
Right.
sun, so you get all that sun, you get the east sun in the morning. Might impede you at lunch and it wouldn't, because it'd be higher. So I don't think the sun's gonna change one moment.
oh,
Maybe in the winter a little bit, you're right.
but the closeness of it is gonna overshadow
Well, you're what are you, like 6 feet, 6.5 feet from the line? Your house?
5 feet,
5 feet?
Exactly.
She's going back 12-1,
He's not
almost,
asking for a variance.
she's 9 inches from being, without, not coming here. You know what I mean? She's looking for 10 inches, I'm sorry, 11 inches. 11 inches, she's looking to move it 11 inches over the line that you have to have, 13 feet. She's only
She
bringing
just
11
showed me it'd be
inches.
2
I
feet.
understand, no, it's like,
from the fence.
no, she's 12.
For a few inches.
12 feet 1.
Away from the fence?
From your, yeah, from the side of your house, it's 12 foot
Yeah, let me
1.
show you a plan again.
I saw it on the,
It's 12-1.
Because it's 12, could be 13, exactly. And then they're.
After it's complete.
Back here, so
I mean, that last photo, like, you still
It's
have your.
18 inches.
That way.
18 inches, right.
See,
this window
I mean,
18 feet
unfortunately,
underneath the house.
we're all built on top of each
here.
other.
Well, that's what happened. There were some cottages and we all built them up and they were on top of each other. But I understand the addition, and I understand what she's doing.
And whether they can,
Yeah.
they can still see, they're still gonna be able to see.
Height, yeah.
Yeah. Trying to get parking in there, is what you like.
The other thing too is,
Anyone else, comments?
she's up against.
Anyone?
I'm
Comments, any comments for them? No? Okay. Sorry. Is there anyone else opposed or undecided? Second call? Third call, there's really nothing you can do because you could go back 11 inches, that's the max you can do.
You want these back down there?
Yeah, so she can cut it short and that garage is useless. Swing the deck this way, swing the deck there.
And I know, I
This
get
won't
it.
be impeded at all, so.
No, the only view that might get impeded is second floor.
Yeah.
In,
Yeah.
the one that's inside,
Yeah,
possibly impeded.
Yeah, like this,
I mean,
this
it's
one.
still in by like 3 feet. I think
No,
like
but
3
the one
feet,
next
5
door
feet,
will
yeah,
be possibly
coming
impeded.
back.
Yeah, because if these houses are pretty much aligned, this is
Right,
gonna be touched,
right.
it's only gonna go to there.
Right,
It's not even covering that one.
no. Well, my close.
Well, it's close, yeah. They're not covering that one.
Yeah.
Still.
Third call, call upon a hearing closed. I know it stinks and it's happened to me. I had to sit here and approve it, but he bought the property and I didn't, so I'll be voting in favor.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, I mean, we've been pretty consistent on water views are protected by those on the water, unfortunately. I'll be voting in favor.
Yeah, we don't have any law against water view
No,
obstruction,
not
no
here.
one shadow of it.
No shadow.
So I'll be voting in favor.
I'm also in favor. I don't think that the 12-1 variance request on the left side is going to make an enormous difference, so I'm in favor of the petition.
Likewise.
So Brian, thank you. Have a motion, please?
Mr. Chairman, ZBA 22-101, Brian LaRoche for a variance, special permit floodplain to extend the existing family home horizontally and vertically, making it 3 stories to meet the floodplain requirements on the premise number 67 Edgewater Drive, Quincy. I make a motion to grant the variance special permit floodplain.
And move that garage out
Move that garage further, 1 foot further out.
foot to 18 inches. rather
Foot to
than-
18 inches.
Yeah. Seconded?
Second.
On the motion, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. Further on to tonight's agenda, I want to do, the rest of them are kind of,
They're all the,
right, except for ZBA 22-113, Stephen Biles for variance to subdivide the existing lot and construct a new single-family home, 108 Lennox Street. In case someone's here for that, I'd rather
keep you busy, Brian.
not wait all day.
Look at you prepared, you know?
Sit.
Yeah. Did you see that drawing? One of the more unique ones on it.
Yeah, it is. It's up the street, though, it goes up. Like this.
Yeah.
You ready?
Fire away when you're ready, sir.
You have the floor, Mr. Roach. Name and
All right.
address for the record.
Again, Mr. Chairman, members of the board, my name is Brian LaRoche. I'm here representing my client at 108 Lennox Street for the subdivision of their lot to be able to construct a new single-family dwelling on a newly created lot that would be 6,050 square feet. The existing property would be on an 8,000 square foot lot. The existing dwelling here would still maintain 18'9" to the property line. And the setback from the newly created property line to the new proposed dwelling would be within the zoning requirements of 13 feet. We're proposing 13'2". And the same on the other side to the right of the property. The alignment at the front is going to line up with the houses along the street. So we're proposing 18.5 feet, which would require a variance because the requirement is 25 feet. But we're using the alignment provision in the zoning to be able to keep everything uniform. The newly created house, I want to just point out, I had a typo on the cover sheet. The total square footage is not correct. It should be 2,303 square feet, so much more reasonable size home. This is just a two-story, two-level home, 3 bedrooms with a 2-car garage, pretty standard. The lots on Lennox Street, on average, are 50 feet, and this would be much larger than that. More than half of the property on Lennox Street are 50-foot wide lots. So what we're proposing is much better than average on the street. We are looking for a few variances. One for the lot 1, which is the existing property that would be divided. We need a variance because we would end up with 2 driveways. The existing driveway is a one-car driveway to the left of the existing dwelling. We're going to need to be able to create 2 more parking stalls on the other side and a new driveway because that existing house has 3 bedrooms. And so in order to meet the zoning provisions of 3 cars off-street, we have to add this driveway. In the package that you have, we had it as a stacked driveway. The owner in the last week has asked if we could do it as a side-by-side. So the lot, the driveway would sort of fill the space in the side yard. Would require a retaining wall so that the parking would be level to the street, and then the curb cuts, we would need to add a 20-foot wide curb cut to the existing property.
Now this, what, you got 18.9 there, and then you go back, you said 13.2, Go ahead, finish, Brian. I'm just
Sure.
looking at this
So
here.
the frontage on for the existing home, the zoning requirements is 85 feet. We can provide 80. So that's another variance that we're looking for. On the newly created lot, Lot 2, the frontage provided is going to be 60.5. Again, zoning requires 85 feet, so we need a variance in frontage. And then lot area, we're also asking for a variance because the zoning requires 7,650. We're providing 6,050.
So what we're doing is we're taking the driveway that was there in the right part, we're just moving it over towards this house, correct?
That's correct. Yeah, putting it on the property. Yeah, there is a driveway there now.
I didn't see that first.
Yeah.
Where
Thank
was
you.
that other driveway? I saw it today, and I didn't see it on here. Now I just saw it. Glasses are wonderful.
That's
Any questions, Brian? Right up?
I have no questions at this.
No question.
No question, no. Good.
Can I have a seat? Is there anyone here who want to speak in favor? First call? Second call?
John Orfeld, 62 Grand Wall Road. Am I correct? This is like a 14,000 square foot lot, big lot, so this makes sense, new growth. And I noticed it looked like this has been in the Bayless family for a long time.
Yep.
So this isn't an investor coming in and buying
No.
something and doing something. This is someone that's owned this property for a long time and dividing it and making another house for a new family to come move to Quincy. So I'm in favor of this thing.
Kids moving in there.
Even better.
Is what it says. I look at Stephen and I saw the names on there. Is there anyone else? Last call? Speak in favor? Call that part of the... I have a letter here from the DPW.
December
Be read
20.
into the record.
DPW, December 29th to 2022. We have reviewed the submittal for the above referenced project, and our comments are as follows. Specify how much impervious area will be increased due to the development. Provide plans showing the layout of utility, grading, drainage, and the construction details. 3, install 2 dry wells to handle the additional runoff from new roof. 4, install survey monuments to delineate the subdivision. The monuments shall be set by a professional land surveyor. 5, upon completion of the project, as-built plan showing all utilities and building footprints need to be submitted along with a digital file. An elevation certificate should be submitted if the property is in the flood zone.
Call that part of the hearing closed. Is there anyone opposed or undecided? Opposed or undecided? First call, second call, third call closed. It's gonna be a beautiful home. I know everything Mr. LaRoche has designed down the Howes Neck has been very welcomed by the neighborhood, and I'll be voting in favor.
I am also in favor.
In favor.
I'm in favor as well.
Can I have a motion, please?
Mr. Chairman,
Just before you go there, I forgot, I talked to Council McCarthy today, and a letter just came in too, that he's in favor. The council in Howes Neck is in favor of that.
this is the first time he hasn't been at a meeting.
You should have heard him on the phone, he's going, no, I'm feeling really better, I don't know if I should go, I go, stay home. You're better? He goes, yeah, I think I'm getting better. Nah, I don't
Yeah,
think
keep him home.
Yeah.
ZBA 22113, Stephen Bayless for a variance to subdivide the existing lot, construct a new single-family home on the number 108 Lennox Street, Quincy, and make a motion to grant the variance.
Motion, none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed, so moved.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, appreciate it.
Further on to tonight's agenda. Where am I? ZBA 22-102.
Yin Feng.
Vien Fung for a special permit to operate a large family daycare on premise 117 Sherman Street. Is the applicant or representative here?
Yep, come on,
Please step forward, name and address for the mic. All right, we're gonna have to do something. Could you fix that mic somehow? Turn it sideways. Whose is it? Is it yours? Every time they get up there, they bang it, so maybe they could just turn it sideways or something, I don't know, out of the way. Put it in a corner or something. No one bangs it. I tend to ear, so.
Nice work, yeah.
Nice work, boss.
Yeah, my name is Sophia, and she is
Sophia what?
Sophia He, and she is
Address?
171 Sherman Street. Quincy.
Okay.
And she's my mom. Her name is India Feng, and she is the applicant.
Okay.
But can I speak for her?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Yep.
yeah. So we are running a family child care in Quincy, Wollaston. And a officer in the Quincy Building and Zoning Department told us that we will need to apply for a special permit for our family child care if the capacity is over 6 children. And the family child care licensor, who is Kitty Yang, also told us that like the City of Quincy Zoning Code does require Zoning Board of the Appeals approve for a larger family daycare. We are applying for upgrading. We are applying for upgrading our license to capacity of 9 children in December. So like we really hope we can get the special permit as one of the requirements to upgrade our license. As far as we know, child care services in our community are in great demand. At present, our daycare capacity can only accept 6 children for now, but we only receive phone call. But we often receive phone calls for like asking if we still have room for more children. So we hope to get this special permit so that we can also upgrade our license and increase our capacity to 9 children, also in the way that to expand the child care service to help more people in our community. And our community is safe, the traffic is easier, and our location is residential area, so there's no much pedestrian flow neither. So I believe that increasing our capacity is conducive to child care needs of our community. So like we really hope that the city could approve our special special permit as soon as possible.
Can I ask a question?
Mm-hmm.
So you run it now with 6?
Yes.
And how long have you been there with 6?
About 2 years.
2
Yeah, like right 2 years.
Okay, and then are you applying with the state to increase it from 6 to 9?
Yes.
Okay,
So,
And the city of Quincy.
yeah, so we have to approve it at 6 and 9, right?
Uh-huh.
no, large capacity, right?
6 to 10, it doesn't matter, it's the
Your license would be 10 and under, correct?
Yes, the 10 is the maximum for family child care.
That's what you're doing.
Yeah,
So even though you have 9, you could go up to 10.
yes.
Your license is gonna be for 10, okay. And has there been any incidents in the neighborhood at all? Any,
No,
nothing? No one got hurt, no,
no, at least.
no parking, no snow
we have a
removal,
larger-
people mad about?
No. And we also have a larger pocket in
Yeah,
our
I know you do.
backyard. So-
Yeah. Any other questions?
No, I just said, I didn't realize it was only for large, that we
Yeah,
only
large
needed to hear
capacity,
these.
right.
Okay, all right.
Next question.
No questions, I'm good.
You can have a seat. Does there anyone want to speak in favor?
Thank you.
Thank you. You can sit.
Anyone speak in favor, first call, second call? Third call closed. No correspondence, is there, these, what, letters, favor or not? Opposition on it. All right. Is there anyone opposed or undecided? First call, second call. There's one. We'll write these into the record.
All right. King Yi and Tun Yi, 172 Sherman Street. We're writing to voice our objection with our neighbors to the proposed large daycare. Health circumstances prevent this from being there in person. A daycare is close to surrounding households for noise and traffic issues. This will certainly decrease the quality of life in and outside my home. We're concerned about the noise and traffic surrounding roads impacted by a large increase in vehicles. Yesterday, the daycare's driveway had a backup again, and the city showed up. The intersection of Sherman and North Central Ave constantly sees cut-through traffic from Beale, Newport, Harvard Streets morning and night. In addition, we have traffic from 2 elementary schools passing through during school hours, increasing traffic, parking issues. In researching other large daycares, it seems as though Wollaston is carrying the burden for the city. Our neighborhood will change from a nice, quiet neighborhood to a noisy traffic jam and crowded neighborhoods we're concerned about when we retire and move back to our home. Nice and quiet neighbors anymore. The neighborhood is very close to the Montclair Bog. Homes have already experienced an increase in sewage backups that can be verified by the DPW. At the last city council on January 9th, Joe Shea brought up the area as a problem, adding 9 or 10 children to a home that already has adults living there, and others coming and going, all of which will create a burden. We believe the daycare is important to the community, but we feel the safety of the children should be placed in child care centers where there is lots of space on or after school programs and not in single-family homes in proximity to other single-family homes. Please send me confirmation of the email. 172 Sherman Street, please.
She's opposed for the traffic and they're opposed for the sewage. If you're gonna have 9 and 10 kids,
The
For the house.
Saladas family, 149 North Central Ave. Same neighborhoods close to the Montclair Bog, intersections of Sherman and North Central Ave constantly see cut-through traffic. It's almost the same exact email. We believe that daycare is important to the community, but I feel that it's for the safety of children that should be placed in child care centers where there's lots of space and/or after-school programs on single-family homes in close proximity to other single-family homes.
anyone opposed or undecided? Second call, third call upon the hearing closed. I mean, they've been running there 2 years. I guess they don't even know there's another business there because the way the emails are written from 0 to 9 kids. Never knew there was 6 in there already. I'll be voting in favor.
I continually be in favor of childcare. More solutions need to continue to happen.
In favor.
I'm in favor.
Likewise.
The motion, please.
Mr. Chairman, ZBA 22-102, Yingyi Feng for a special permit to operate a large family daycare on the premise numbered 171 Sherman Street, Quincy. Make a motion to grant the special permit.
Second.
On the motion, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. You're all set. After the meeting, I'll do that one. In case number SDR 2212, 33 to 35 High Street, I'll speak to the attorney after the meeting. We have some more things to do here now. Or we will, the whole board will speak to them, but that'll be after this. We have things to do. ZBA 22104, help me with this, Mr. Chin.
Shuhua Joe. Shuhua Joe.
Shuhua Joe.
Yes, I am.
For a special permit to operate a large family daycare on premise number 7 Oak Ridge Road. Is the applicant or representative here?
Shuhua Zhou, yes.
Name and address for the record?
Shuhua Zhou,
Address?
702 in Quincy.
7 Oak Ridge Road, okay. Go
Yeah.
ahead. You have the floor. What do you want to do?
Yeah. I am a family childcare provider applying for a large family daycare license with the license capacity of 10 children. I have been here for 6 years. There has been no implications, no parking issues in my daycare.
So you've been, how many kids have you had for 6 years? 10?
10?
10?
Yeah.
Good, okay.
And were you supposed to have 10, or you just getting your license through a city now because they're making it, right?
Yes.
Okay. I have no questions. Anyone? They had a license, they have a license through a state, they've been running this 6 years. What we do now is now we're keeping track of them. There been any problems at all at that place? At all? Nothing?
No.
6 years, not one accident, no nothing?
No.
Okay, great.
I have no questions.
Okay.
No.
You can sit down.
Thank you.
Does anyone want to speak in favor? First call? Second call? Third call closed. I have a letter here from the DPW. They reviewed the above referenced project and have no comments. Is there anyone opposed or undecided? Opposed or undecided? Second call? Third call closed. Ben Nash been running this. Time she got licensed for the city of Quincy, I'll be voting
I'm in favor.
In favor.
Likewise?
Likewise again.
ZBA 22104, Shen Zhao Zhao, for a special permit to operate a large family daycare on the premise numbered 7 Oak Ridge Road, Quincy. I make a motion to grant the special permit.
Second.
On the motion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. All set.
Thank you.
ZBA 22106,
Fong Lin.
Bung Lin for a special permit to operate a large family daycare on the premise number 15 Bass Street.
Yes,
Is the applicant or representative here?
Good
Hi,
evening.
good evening.
Name and
I'm
address for the
Fanny.
record?
My address is 15 Best Street.
And your name?
Fanny.
Okay.
And tell us what you're doing and what you want to do.
So same situation as
What's your name?
EU. Yeah. My
Just say
wife.
your name and address for the
You
record.
have to say.
Your name as well, your name.
EU Lin. EU
Okay.
Lin. Yeah.
Okay.
Address
Address?
is saying 15 Best Street.
Thank you.
Perfect, thank you.
Now you got the floor.
So we are the family daycare providers applying for the large family daycare license with a license capacity of 10 children. We have been here for 6 years, so there has been no implication, no parking issues in my daycare. Yeah,
So you've been there 6 years, running your business, you've had no problems, any problem with any of your neighbors?
no,
Anyone
no
complain about anything?
No,
Snow
no,
removal, parking,
parking,
double
no one.
parking, triple parking,
Yeah, no one, cause some
running over their lawns, nothing?
nothing.
And you've had a large 10 kids
10
for the whole
kids.
time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, you can have a seat.
I have no questions.
Thank you.
Anyone?
No question.
No question.
Thank
You
you
can
so
have a
much.
seat.
Thank you, appreciate it. Thank you.
Does anyone want to speak in favor? First call, second call? Third call closed. We have a letter here from the DPW. They have reviewed the above referenced project and have no comments. Is there anyone opposed or undecided? Opposed or undecided? First call? Second call? Third call closed. I'll be voting in favor.
I'm in favor.
In favor.
I'm in favor. Yeah.
ZBA 22106, Funland for a special permit to operate a large family daycare on the premise number 15 Bass Street, Quincy, and make a motion to grant grant the special permit.
Second.
And a second. Is there anything on the motion? No? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved.
You're all set.
Thank you, appreciate
Thank you.
Thank you.
Enjoy a good night.
CPA 22109.
Ju Chen Mei.
Two Chen Mei, for a special permit to operate a large family daycare on the premise number 4 Eustis Street in Quincy. The applicant and representative here.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Serena Chen, and I reside on 47 Russell Street in North Quincy, and I'm helping Ms. May to, translate.
Oh,
if she
okay.
needs.
Okay.
So if you could say your name and address for the record?
Yes, my name is Susan May. My address is 4 Eustace Street in Quincy.
Okay, tell us what you want to do?
I want to apply a large family childcare with the license capacity of 10 children. I have been there is for 4 years. There has no implication, no parking no parking interest in my daycare.
All right, anything on any of these, if there was a complaint, would DPW somehow get this?
We would.
Okay, you would. Okay, so
Perfect.
Right.
I
Mr.
think she's
Conlon says
already-
there's nothing here, then there's nothing here.
Yeah, she's
That's good.
already, you know,
It's a good
having-
thing.
Yeah,
4
She already
years?
had a large, license.
Yeah.
Because of the new regulation, that's why she's here today.
Right, to get a license.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of them over the
They
last
just
couple of months.
Yes.
keep coming and keep coming, right, which I didn't realize there was so many in the city, my God.
And I'm
A lot
her
of kids.
A
client.
lot of kids, oh, down. Slow down.
Yeah, because in our community, the parents are working mostly in the restaurant, so they do need the child.
Oh, no question, yeah.
And
I
they're
just
very
got two back,
flexible.
I just
Yeah,
got
they're
two
very
back for a while,
flexible.
I know.
And I am her client,
you
my
mean?
2 grandchildren, grew up in her house.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Yes.
very good.
It's
Any
a
questions?
huge help for us.
No.
No question.
No
Any
questions.
questions?
You guys can have a seat.
You can have
Oh,
a seat.
thank you, sir.
Is there anyone
Yes.
want to speak in
Thank
favor?
you.
Go in favor against amendment?
This is,
Anyone want to speak in favor, second call? Third call closed, I have a letter here from the DPW, they reviewed the above referenced project and have no comments. And there's a letter here, I don't know what it
this
is.
is Dachemont Cape Coquet from 8 Hamilton Street, Quincy. This is in opposition, will not be able to attend. We would totally disagree to have a large family daycare next to our property. Apparently they haven't been around the last 4 years. We would like to keep our privacy and also this quiet environment. We'd love to enjoy our quiet backyard. We do not want to have daycare noise and activities disturbing us. We have bedrooms and backyard right next to the street. Also, this is a residential area, not commercial. Where is it okay to have noise and people going around? Not to mention the church opposite our property already has a daycare program that wakes me up every morning from the cars horning sound and noise.
It is bizarre.
We're trying to be a nice neighbor, but, and respect the daycare program running. We have moved into this property, not making any files or complaints. Now this area will become so noisy on the front and back of my property. If you can put yourself in my shoes, and from my perspective, do you disagree with us, and will you let this happen?
I get it, but it's almost like she don't even know it's been there, I've been listening to this for you, she
Yeah.
says she don't want
It's
it.
been there 4 years.
Wow.
Don't like kids.
Is there, anyone opposed or undecided?
Those kids are all grown up now.
First call,
They're driving their
They
kids.
moved on, they're driving.
They're driving their kids to one.
second call, third call up out of the hearing closed. I mean, it's been there 4 years, I guess she didn't even know she had it. I'll be going in favor.
I'm in favor.
In favor.
I'm in favor as well.
Yeah, yeah.
How do you say it, Russell?
Is that next one?
No, how do you say this one?
Oh, Shu Chen Mei.
Shu Chen Mei. ZBA 22-109, Shu Chen Mei for a special permit to operate a large family daycare on the premise number 4 Eustis Street, Quincy. I make a motion to grant the special permit.
Second.
On the motion, seeing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed, so moved. We have one more. Jennifer Chase, ZBA 22-110, a special permit to add a prefabricated wood shed to collect clothing donations on 36W Howard Street. I forgot that was on there, I would've called it earlier, sorry.
That's okay.
It's not a long one, considering it's only 6:45.
I'm just saying, you're right.
It's
She
okay,
got- She
I'm a
got to see
5-year-old
how we
at home.
operate
Yeah.
anyway,
Good.
she can yell at us.
Jennifer
the floor.
Chase. I live at 43 Walker Street in Whitensville, Massachusetts, but I am here to represent the Quincy Moose Lodge that is at 36 West Howard Street here in Quincy. I represent St. Pauli Textile, who is the company that is going to be hopefully donating a 8x12 prefabricated wood frame shed to the Moose Lodge, and it's going to be placed in a location indicated on the site plan that meets all setbacks. The shed will be open for the public to donate their clothing and clothing-related items. St. Pauli team will visit the shed weekly to pick up donations. The donations will be redistributed worldwide by a variety of government agencies, relief organizations, and other types of businesses. And the St. Pauli Textile will be providing funding to the Quincy Lodge based on the amount of clothing donated. There's 2 critical ways that this is different than the metal bins that you see at businesses that you might be familiar with. There will be an active partnership, which we require before we even set up this, the shed between the Quincy Lodge and St. Pauli Textile in terms of monitoring and keeping the shed clean. Specifically, the Moose Lodge volunteers will be responsible for going inside the shed regularly throughout the week between our pickups. to rearrange the donations to make sure that there's plenty of room for people to donate at all times, so that the donation chute is never obstructed. St. Pauli Textile will pick up the donations from the shed at least once a week, if not more. It is a very busy road, so it's very possible that we might need to pick up more than once a week. And it will always leave the shed in pristine condition. Both organizations will be focused on making sure the shed remains spotlessly clean and attractive at all times. It is a wood frame shed rather than a metal bin that you see. The Loyal Order of Moose will have access to the shed at all times with keys that we give them. Therefore, they can also have the ability to directly serve local and regional needs for clothing at any time. And this project fits perfectly within the scope of the Loyal Order of Moose's mission. It's a way to reach out to the community members and who will appreciate a uniquely clean, safe, attractive, and convenient way to donate clothing, hosted by a local civic organization that gives back to the community. And it's a way to send clothing worldwide to those who need it. It's also a way to bring additional funding to the Quincy Lodge, which will help support ongoing community initiatives.
And I think this is awesome. There's one thing I don't like about this.
Okay.
That inlet and outlet, now,
Yes.
just where we live, little kids can climb in there. There's no heat in there, of course, so a little kid could climb in there, maybe knock it out, because it's got the thing, and it's very low. Most of them are hired though, or they have a double door. Now, this thing just has an opening?
So we give the shed to the organization with the opening. That's just a standard.
Okay.
So if you look at I'm not sure if you have the drawings, but
This?
that, and I do believe I have construction. I should have given you construction
No, we
materials.
just have this where it is.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all we get.
So the opening is about 42 inches off the ground.
Okay.
So that's, a little kid it would be very difficult for a child to get into there. So
I'm thinking about like a 10 or 12-year-old that's, 5.5 feet playing whatever they're playing.
Right.
And then all of a sudden can't get out because it's just too high the other end, but it was okay getting in because he pulled himself up. He could grab it. Then he gets
Right.
in there and he's screwed him for 2 days.
Well, not
Saturday and
necessarily.
Sunday.
If he can get in, it can get out because it's
No,
higher on
oh.
the outside than it is on the inside because of the flooring is higher on the inside.
Inside it is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The 10-year-old could use his cell phone to call.
This is
Paige's mother to pick him up inside. I'm staying warm with all the clothes. Pick me up.
Hey,
No,
Mara,
I'm just
after a
wondering
while-
about people getting in and out of there, and I didn't finish, homeless person going in there to sleep at night.
So in certain communities, it has been an issue, and we have ways to prevent that. So if it became an issue, which we don't want to put it in there automatically, because it is much easier for people to donate into that open chute than
Right,
anything
right.
else. We do offer, it's called a
The flip
security
up.
chute,
Yeah.
so that would be hold down, so no one can get in or out.
Unless they fit in the shoe.
They wouldn't be able to. They could maybe put a cat into the chute, or whatever.
But really, I seen a lot of people like, and it's sad it's happening, and it's moving. It's moving south, our city's growing, and we have some problems here in our city too. And you're gonna see this, people are gonna look for these things that they can get into. Because you can just go up to it 24/7, so.
Which is true.
I just wanna make sure it's taken care of, looked at, maybe a video camera on there, so if you could even see someone went in it, then we could change that locking mechanism. That was my
Yeah.
only question.
Yep, no, we can absolutely do that. We've been around for about 25 years, and we've had
Yeah.
every issue under the sun,
Oh, I
and
bet
we
you
fixed
have.
it.
Yeah, right.
So-
No, I know. I just worry about things like that.
Yes.
I do like them much more than the metal ones.
Oh,
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah, those metal ones are gross. They should
Yeah.
be painted and put, you should be able to put like
Yeah, it looks like a
something nice
dumpster.
on it.
Looks like a dumpster.
It looks like a dumpster, right? It looks like a
Metal
dumpster.
equals dumpster, and that's why we completely
We can
changed the
change
whole
that
idea.
I haven't seen these, that's really, it's a nice, it's a nice accompaniment to what you're trying to already do.
Exactly.
I know I'm not diminishing their efforts for what they're trying to do, it's just.
Right,
I just
exactly.
don't like the metal boxes.
No.
Not even like you're gonna see it back there.
No.
So.
Well, yeah, it's way back.
Yeah.
Right.
Quick question for you, is the little black box, is that a mailbox?
Yes, so that actually won't be on there. It was for people to collect for their taxes.
Taxes?
So, you
Yeah,
know,
you get a
like the
tax
tax,
deduction, you
tax
write it out, slip.
deductions.
Oh.
So we put a
Oh.
mailbox on the front and they
Deductions.
could get tax deduction. So they can, you know, say, I donated X amount this
Sure.
year to this nonprofit organization.
Understood.
So we're actually trying to save money and we've converted over to QR codes. So
Oh, pretty cool.
it is
Yeah, I do.
saving us a lot of money that we can put back into advertising for the
Right,
for the
right.
community. So
Any other questions?
No.
All set? Okay, you can have a seat. Anyone like to speak in favor?
Yep.
First call? Second call? Third call? Closed? Correspondence, none. They reviewed the above referenced project and have no comments. Anyone opposed or undecided? First call, second call? Closed. I'll be voting in favor.
In favor.
I'm in favor.
I am.
I am, I promise.
ZBA 22110, Jennifer Chase for a special permit to add a prefab wood frame shed to collect clothing donations on the premise number 36 West Howard Street, Quincy. I make a motion to grant the special permit.
Second.
On the motion? Seeing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed, so moved.
Do you want to withdraw
All
or
set.
do you want to talk to the attorney?
Could the attorney please come up? This was 171 Sherman Street, is that right?
No.
No,
This is
35,
this is for
33.
35 to
I
30,
got it wrong.
33 to 35 High Street,
Yeah.
Quincy.
Yeah.
And I'm
I
representing.
got a
the-
letter that said, move it
Or withdraw.
or
Yes,
withdraw.
We're going to request a withdrawal without prejudice. Because
That's
we
what we
think-
did.
We already did that.
We already did.
Okay,
Yeah.
good, so
That's
just
all
confirm
done
that,
for
that's
you.
all we
Right.
did. Yeah.
So we figured that's what you asked for, that's what we
Yes.
did. Okay.
Yes, so we think it may, this case should not be under variance. We will probably likely come back with other legal theories in the future.
Okay,
So,
different.
all right, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you. A motion to go home?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Aye.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? I didn't think we'd even be.